Namaste and welcome back to Astro Divas. Today we are going to cover weekly predictions from 15th of June to 21st of June. Now we have 5 transits this week. 3 of them belongs to the moon and 2 of them belongs to Sun and Mars. Now without doing a further ado, let's begin. Welcome to all the Aries ascendant. Aries, we have 5 transits this week. 3 of them belongs to the moon and 2 of them is for Sun and Mars. Now, out of all the events in transit for this week, let us look at the moon, the emotional map of the week first, because moon represents our mind and our emotions. So, where is the moon moving this week for you? On 15th of June, Moon will enter Gemini and will be in your third house. Now, your week starts with a massive burst of mental energy. With the Moon joining the Sun and Mercury in your third house, your focus is entirely on closing deals, writing, speaking, executing ideas. So, if you have any important meeting, presentation, or need to have a crucial conversation this week with your sibling, with your work colleagues, or with anybody in general, do it on Monday or Tuesday. Your words carry immense weight and clarity right now. So it's going to be the busy 2 days. Now on June 17th, Moon will enter Cancer in your fourth house, joining exalted Jupiter and Venus, and it will bring blessings at home. So on Wednesday and Thursday, the energy shifts beautifully inward. The Moon enters your fourth house of mental peace. Now this creates an incredible, nurturing, joyful 48 hours in this week. Now this is an absolute best time of the week to focus on family upgrade or living space. Buy something beautiful for your home or connect with your mother or your family members. Financially and emotionally, you will be deeply supported and content. So it is going to be all the good vibes. Now on June 19th, Moon will enter Leo, your fifth house. Now from Friday through Sunday, the Moon enters your fifth house. Fifth house represents our creativity, romance, intellect, and children. Now here the Moon transits directly over Ketu. So while simultaneously receive a sharp direct aspect from Rahu sitting in the 11th house. So do not overthink your relationship or investment this weekend, because Rahu and Ketu will cloud the moon. So your judgment regarding romance, speculation will be temporarily wrapped. So avoid impulsive arguments with loved ones. Instead, use this high intensity Leo energy to detach from the noise. Practice creative meditation or dive into deep spiritual study. By Monday, the cloud lifts and your natural Aries confidence will bounce right back. Next, we have a transit on 15th of June when Sun will enter Gemini to join Mercury in your third house. Now, third house represents communication and other efforts, and when Sun joins Mercury, it will create a very powerful Buddha Aditya Yoga. Now, here what to expect, Aries. First thing is there can be massive surge in creative courage because Sun rules your fifth house of creativity and passion. Bringing it into the third house of courage and expression will give you the ultimate green light to pitch bold ideas. And you will feel an intense urge to showcase your unique talents, launch a passion project, or speak with absolute authority. Now, this transit brings highly lucrative financial or career communication as well. The Sun brings visibility, and Mercury rules your third house of skills and sixth house of daily work and service. So, expect important emails, contract, or business meeting that go incredibly well. Your verbal and written negotiation or skills will be at all-time high, making it a perfect week to ask for what you want. Now, this transit can turn intellectual ideas into physical progress as well. The fifth house is your mind and planning, and while third house is your hands on effort, the outcome can be that you will just stop thinking about your goals and start executing them. So, this week brings the discipline and mental clarity needed to build website or write proposal or physically start a new project. Now, there will be direct focus on siblings or your close community. So, the third house specifically represents our younger siblings, neighbors, and our immediate local circle. So, you might take an leadership or advisory role with a sibling or peer alternatively. An important development or achievement in a sibling's life will require your attention and support. Now, there is a high mental restlessness and drive to learn. Now, Gemini is an ultra fast air sign, and the sun heating up the house can make your mind race with a million of thoughts. So, you will have a strong craving for new information, short distance travel, or picking up a new skill. Just be careful not to commit too many tasks at once, as your focus can easily become scattered. Now, this transit also activates your luck. Why? Because from the third house, Sun will aspect the ninth house directly. Ninth house is our luck and fortune. So it will create a powerful flow of luck through your personal efforts. Now, expect support from father figure or mentors. Now, the next transit for this week is when Mars is entering Taurus in your second house. Now, second house represents family, speech, wealth, food, and our self worth. So, there will be action or focus on wealth and family. Mars is your Lagna Lord, your ruler, and also your eighth Lord of transformation. When Mars will enter second house of family and finance, this placement puts all your energy, focus, and drive directly into increasing your income and protecting your family assets. Now, Mars will cast its fourth aspect on your fifth house, directly meeting Ketu's energy and making you highly protective about your kids and investment. So, be careful not to make impulsive financial decisions or jump into risky stock market trades under this heated influence. Now, expecting its own house, the eighth house, Mars will give you the power to uncover hidden truths or handle sudden family crises with immense courage. You will easily solve old banking issues, insurance claims, or secrets that have been bothering you for a long time. Now, along with Sun, Mars will also glance at your ninth house. Ninth house is our wisdom. So it will give you a strong urge to fight for what is right. Now, this dual energy gives you the ultimate powerhouse combination aspect, which provides the willpower needed to overcome any blockages created regarding your luck or higher education. Now, there is one warning, Aries, that is watching your tone. While you drive to earn money, that will peak. Your speech can become a bit sharp and aggressive within your family circle and especially with your father or mentors. So, watch your tone during daily dinners and handle your budget carefully to avoid sudden impulsive expenses, especially on luxury or tech. Now, let's also look at the weekly indicator. Now, personal is high, career and finance is medium, social is high, love is medium, health is medium. Now, mental peace returns midweek, but watch your digestion, throat, and sleep. Mars in second and Saturn in your 12th need gentle care this week. Sleep routine and digital detox an hour before the bed is also recommended. And if you have any questions about your personal birth chart, reach out to me on the mobile number and email ID given below on the screen. Wishing all the Aries a very good week coming ahead. Welcome to all the Taurus rising. Taurus, we have five transits this week. Three of them belongs to the moon and two of them are with Sun and Mars. Now, out of all the events in transit for this week, let us look at the moon's transit first. Why? Because moon represents our feelings and emotions. So let's see how we are going to feel this week. Now, on 15th of June, Moon will enter Gemini. Now, Moon enters your second house and joins Sun and Mercury. Second house represents our wealth, our family, food, and our speech. So, money savings or family conversations sit right at the front of your mind these 2 days. Your speech will turn sharp and persuasive. So, use these 2 days of the week to sort financial conversation that has been pending. Your words land clearly and family is genuinely listening to you. Now on June 17th, Moon will enter Cancer, its own sign. Now Moon enters your third house and joins exalted Jupiter and Venus there. The Moon in its own sign is very happy and Venus is your Lagna Lord. So this is the strongest emotional spot for the entire week. I can say for the entire month. You feel light, confident, expressive and emotionally full. And communication, writing, short trips and sibling all this connection will also bloom. Now, people will simply respond to you very warmly, and your personal magnetism will be at its peak. Now, put yourself out there these 2 days, send that proposal, post that content, make the call. With Moon, Venus, and Jupiter together, whatever you say will land beautifully. Now, on June 19th, Moon will be in Leo. Now, Moon enters your fourth house and joins Ketu. The fourth house is the house for our home, domestic happiness, mother, peace, and comfort. Now, Ketu here can make home feel a little off and your mind harder to settle. You may feel restless at home or oddly detaching from things that usually brings you comfort. So sleep can also turn lighter or your mother may seem distant for no clear reasons. So avoid major decisions about home, property or family right now and do not chase resolution at home this weekend. Slow down, drink warm or cool, calming fluids and sleep earlier. Ketu wants you to release and not to fix anything. Now let's look at a major transit this week when Sun is entering Gemini on 15th. Now, while this is happening in this week, Taurus, but this transit will be there for a month. So take a note when you're listening to this. This trend or this theme will be there for a month. Now, when Sun enters Gemini and joins Mercury, it is creating a very beautiful, powerful Buddha-Aditya Yoga. That is intellect plus brilliance in the house of speech. So, what to expect is expect a surge in financial confidence. The Sun, your powerful fourth lord of home and happiness, moves into your second house of family assets. So, this moment fills you with an immense surge of confidence, clear focus, and raw courage to organize your bank balance and secure your household financial future. Now, fourth house also represents your mother. So maybe your mother takes the lead into family wealth and financial discussions, or may sign an inheritance deal for you. Now, there will be a clear and decisive speech. You will feel highly expressive and determined to finish pending financial tasks, but try to avoid coming across as a dominating to others. Keep your speech warm and collaborative while dealing with, especially with family members. Avoiding a harsh and authoritative tone during daily dinners. Your mother can also come across as a dominant person at home, especially around food, comfort, or financial discussions. So, and you can avoid hot and spicy food and speech both. Now, from the second house, Sun will look directly at the eighth house, creating a powerful flow of clarity regarding joint assets, insurance, or family money. So, expect sudden support from your father figure, your mentors, your gurus, even from your mother, government channels regarding old ancestral properties. Now, the next transit will be on June 20th when Mars will enter Taurus in your first house. Now, the first house represents yourself, your health, your personality, and your physical vitality. Now, Mars, your crucial seventh lord of partnership and 12th lord of sudden expenses and foreign, will enter your first house, your Lagna. You will feel an undeniable urge to take charge. Your natural, steady Taurus pace will be replaced by a faster, more aggressive warrior mindset, pushing you to initiate projects or tackle long standing personal goals. Now, the first house rules the head and face. So you might experience headache or tension or some flare up, some skin issue or some dental pain as your body processes this excess fiery energy. Taurus is already a stubborn and a fixed early sign, and Mars here can make your you intensely inflexible and hot and fiery. So it's important you divert that overdose of energy into physical output, maybe physical work, productive output, or very important to stay hydrated and maybe go for a swim or hit the gym. Now, Mars casts its fourth aspect to your fourth house, where directly it is meeting Ketu's energy and making you highly protective or restless about your household. So be careful not to make impulsive property decisions or clash with your mother or family members under this heated, impatient influence. Another point, looking directly at the seventh house, Mars gives you the power to handle relationship hurdles or business contracts with courage. Now you can easily solve old partnership issues, take the lead in joint ventures, or settle matter that have been dragging out. But one warning is here, Taurus, that is, do not trigger your spouse. Keep the heated discussion away. Also, Mars being your 12th lord, expecting from marriage to your spouse. That means you need to take care of the health of your spouse. So, one remedy that I can suggest is that both of you hit the gym together, or you can also book a spa retreat. Now, Mars joining Sun and expecting your eighth house of sudden transformation. So, if you remember in the last transit, Sun was also expecting the eighth house. So now there is this intense dual energy that is aspecting the eighth house that will give you ultimate powerhouse combination to clear any debts, settle taxes, or uncover hidden financial truths and bring it to the light. So any secrets you have can come to the light at the same time. So be careful. Now, another warning is watching your temper. While you drive to perform peaks, your speech and behavior can become a bit sharp and aggressive within your personal circle. So watch out your tone during daily conversation and handle your physical energy carefully to avoid sudden headaches or burnouts or accidents here and there. Now, especially with your spouse or in-laws or business partner, you need to be careful with your speech. This is a very power-packed transit, but comes with a lot of caution. Now, let's look at your weekly indicator. Now, Taurus, your weekly indicators, career and finances high. Sun and Mercury in its own sign in the second house, sharpens your money sense and speech. And exalted Jupiter is there in your 11th house, house of gains, and Venus is also placed there. Now, your social is also high, your love is also high, health is medium, sleep routine and digital detox 1 hour before bed is recommended. Now, if you have any questions about your personal birth chart, reach out to me on the mobile number and email ID which is given on the screen. And wishing all the Taurus a very good week. Welcome to all the Gemini rising. Gemini, there are 5 transits this week. 3 of them belongs to the moon and other 2 belongs to Sun and Mars. This is a very busy week. So, but out of all the events and transits for this week, let us look at the moon's transit first because moon represents our feelings, our emotions. So let's see how you are going to feel this week. On June 15th, moon will enter Gemini and the moon enters your first house, your Lagna itself, and joins Sun and Mercury, who is sitting strong. Mercury is sitting in its own sign, your Lagna Lord, that is you, your body, your personality, your mood. So you feel emotionally on display these 2 days. Whatever is going on inside, others can see it on your face. Now your mind is the razor sharp. Mercury on Lagna Lord in its full strength. Sun in Lagna can make you a little self-focused or slightly impatient. So watch the ego. So the tip is that use this mental clarity to make decisions you have been delaying, and you will feel very busy these 2 days. Now, on June 17, moon will enter Cancer. The moon moves into your second house and joins exalted Jupiter and Venus. The moon is in her own sign here, and this is the sweetest emotional spot of your entire week, or I can say entire month. The second house is our wealth, family, food, and speech. So, family conversations turns warm, generous, and easy. Money decisions feel very clear and well timed. Your speech is gentle, persuasive, and lands very well. People will listen to you. So the tip is have the money or family talk you have been putting off. Wednesday and Thursday are most blessed day, good vibes only. You can cook for someone, eat with people who matters to you. Now on June 19th, moon will enter Leo. Now the moon enters your third house and joins Ketu. Now, here is the most important part of your weekend. Rahu is getting sitting opposite to this house, so Moon is being squeezed in the Rahu Ketu axis. And the classic calls it a Grahan Yoga, an eclipse-like configuration where the mind itself feels eclipsed. So, your mind will feel foggy, restless, anxious, or oddly suspicious for no clear reason. Communication may feel off. Your words may not land the way you mean them. So, also your sleep can be disturbed and dreams may be vivid or unsettling. Sibling matters or short trips may feel stuck or unclear. So the tip here is do not make any big decisions this weekend. Do not have any important conversations as well. Sit with the stagnantness. Drink warm or cool fluids. Sleep early. This will pass by Monday when the moon moves out of the eclipse axis. Now, the next transit this week, and this is the big one, when Sun will enter Gemini in your first house. Now, although this change is happening this week, Gemini, but this transit is going to stay for a month. So, please note whatever I am telling you, that theme is going to remain for a month. So, if you can look at your screen, you can see Mercury, your ruler, is already in Gemini in your first house, in your Lagna, and now Sun is also joining here. So, it's creating a very beautiful Buddha Riddhi Yoga. The Sun is your third lord of efforts, moves into your first house of identity. Now, this is the moment your personality takes center stage. There will be a surge of confidence. You will feel a powerful surge of physical energy and raw courage. This is like a new year for personal initiatives. So, take the lead on projects you have been hesitant about. Now, from the first house, Sun and Mercury both will look directly at your seventh house of partnership. So your personal confidence will directly improve your business or romantic alliances, allowing your presence to command respect. Now, this aspect also energizes your marriage and partner. They also shine bright like sun. So you will find that efforts gain massive traction. Just be mindful of coming across as too intense or dominating partner. Keep your leadership style collaborative to maintain the goodwill you have built. Now, younger siblings, short travel, writing, podcasting, going out in front, or even launching your own initiatives or engaging through social media, all this will be on your mind, and all of this is highly favorable. The next important transit is happening on June 20th when Mars will enter Taurus in your 12th house. Now, Mars is your sixth lord of daily routine and 11th lord of games. Both of the lordships enter your 12th house. Now, 12th house represents expenditure, our spirituality, and even foreign. So, what it means for you? There can be strategic spending. The placement demands focus on your budget. Mars can trigger sudden impulsive expenses on travel or tech. So use this energy to spend on your physical health instead. For example, like a gym membership or a wellness retreat. Even foreign travel will be good. Now there would be some actions mostly behind the scene because 12th house is behind the scene. Foreign travel can bring some actions and gain. Watch your health. Avoid late night eating, especially spicy and junk food. Now, sleep routine can feel disturbed. So, digital detox 1 hour before bed is recommended. Now, Mars will also aspect your third house, giving you more courage. Now, this is very good. More courage to focus on your initiative. So, choose being assertive rather than being demanding in your communication. Now, along with Sun, Mars will also aspect your own sign in the seventh house, and together they grant you the power to resolve legal issues or partnership disputes through persistence. However, this intense fire demands conscious emotional control to avoid ego clashes, dominance, or unnecessary aggression with your closest relationship, especially with your spouse or business partner. Now, medicine donations is a good remedy to keep you and your spouse health in check. Now, let's also look at the weekly indicators. Now, personal is medium, career is high, social is medium, love is high, health is medium. So, protect your sleep, especially Friday to Sunday. And if you have any questions about your personal birth chart, reach out to me on the mobile number and the email ID given below on the screen. Wishing all the Geminis a good week ahead. Welcome to all the Cancer rising. Cancer, we have 5 transits this week. 3 of them belongs to the moon and 2 of them are with Sun and Mars. Now, out of all the events in transit this week, let us look at the moon's transit first because moon represents our mind and our emotions. So let's see how you're going to feel this week. Now on June 15, moon will be in Gemini. The moon enters your 12th house and joins Sun and Mercury. The 12th house is the house of losses, expenses, sleep and withdrawal. Now your Lagna Lord is sitting in the most invisible part of your chart. So you feel low on energy, maybe withdrawn and slightly invisible. Like you want to stay quiet and recharge. Now sleep may be disturbed or you may want to sleep more than usual, one of the two. And watch your expenses, especially related to the family. Now the tip is that you do not push yourself these 2 days. Work behind the scene, plan, but do not announce it yet, and rest more than you think you should. Your energy will return midweek, and it is worth the wait. Now, on June 17, moon will be in Cancer. Now, this is the moment of the week for you. The moon enters your first house, your Lagna, in your own sign and joins exalted Jupiter and Venus already sitting there. So, 3 lights in your own house. This is rare and beautiful and very powerful, Cancerian. So, your magnetism and charm and confidence all peak together. People simply respond to you. Meetings, conversation, and decisions all flow, and emotional warmth, beauty, and a quiet inner glow returns. Now, this is your strongest 48 hours window you will get for this entire month. Now, show fully these 2 days important meeting, big conversation, a haircut, new clothes, an interview, a proposal. Wednesday and Thursdays are gold for you, good vibes only, and do not waste them resting. Now on June 19, moon will enter Leo. The moon enters your second house and joins Ketu. The second house is your house of wealth, family, food, and speech. Now, Ketu here can make your words land wrong and family feel distant. Conversation with family may feel cold, off, or oddly distant for no clear reason. Your speech may come out sharper and stranger than you intend. Avoid important money decisions or financial talks. Eating habits may go off. Emotional eating or loss of appetite, one of it is possible. And hold back the words you feel like saying, because Ketu and Moon may not land it well. So eat warm and simple food. Family conversation will land much better next week. So wait it out. Now the next important transit is happening this week is on June 15th, when Sun will enter Gemini. Sun moves into your 12th house. 12th house represents our expenditure, foreign land, our solitude, and behind the scene activity. Now, Sun is your second lord of wealth. Sun here carries a very specific practical message, like, for example, energy turns inward, so honor that. The 12th house pulls your energy away from the outer world towards rest and inner restoration. Do not fight this quieter phase. Grounded recharge, you will make far better use of everything Jupiter is delivering this month. Secondly, foreign investment and international money moves comes into the focus. Now, second lord of wealth in 12th house, so money naturally flows towards foreign investment, international platform, or overseas businesses. Foreign stocks, NRI connection, cross-border moves, or travel with a financial angle, all generally supported in this window. Act with intention. Now, although this transit is happening in this week, Cancerian, but Sun will be there in your 12th house for a month. So take your notes that this theme is going to stay for a month. Now, second lord in 12th also means that outflows will increase. Money towards impulse purchase or unnecessary family purges will simply drain you. Money spent on foreign connections, spiritual practices, and wellness will convert into real gains. So spend with awareness. Another thing can happen, very important, is enemies can go quiet. Pending issues resolve. Why? Because Sun from the 12th will aspect the 6th house directly, burning through enemies, also office gossip, litigation, and health issues very, very quietly and powerfully. Now, that troublesome colleague you had, a pending legal matter, or old workplace politics, expect this to settle in your favor. Another very important thing that can happen, Cancerian, is spiritual practice and rest will deliver the real peace. Now, Sun in the 12th is a strong placement for inner work, meditation, prayer, worship, all carry genuine power now. So watch your sleep cycles too. Build a simple wind down routine. Your body is clearly asking for rest. Now the next important transit is on June 20th. Mars will enter Taurus. Mars enters your 11th house. 11th house represents income, gains, desire, fulfillment of long held goals. Now, Mars is your yoga karka, Cancerian, ruling your 5th and 10th, very important houses. The single most powerful planet for Cancer ascendant. So, career drive and financial hunger peaks together. The 10th Lord and 11th, now this is the most celebrated yoga in astrology. So, professional ambition and desire for financial results both fire up simultaneously. So, push work targets, approach seniors boldly, take initiatives, and Puja, Mars in 11th, rewards those who act and not those who wait. The next is long pending goals start showing completion. Now, Mars as your fifth lord of Purva Punya, past life merit, is in the house of fulfillment. This is so wonderful. Things you have worked towards for a long time are finally ready to close. So, apply focused effort to whatever is unfinished, a goal, a project, or old desires, and watch how quickly it wraps up for you now. Mars for 11th, expecting second house of family wealth, fifth house of intellect and creativity, sixth house of enemies and competition. So family finances energizes, investment decisions get a push, workplace rivalry get handled with real courage and speed. Now, only warning here, Cancerian, is watch your tone with everybody. Although Cancerians are all sweethearts, but Jupiter and Venus had made you wise and charming in your lagna, from your lagna. Now, Mars adds fire, and this mix can make you come across as a dominating person. So, slow down before you speak, especially with your partner or colleague or family members. Delivery will matter far more than the intent in this period. Now, let's look at the weekly indicator. Personal is high, career is medium, social is medium, love is high. Venus with exalted Jupiter in Lagna, you look magnetic. Health is medium. This week, your body is asking for simple food, early sleep, and quiet evenings. Give it those three, and the moon will reward you. And if you have any questions about your personal birth chart, reach out to me on the mobile number and email ID given below on the screen. Wishing all the Cancerians a very good week ahead. Welcome to all the Leo rising. Leos, we have 5 transits this week. 3 of them belongs to the moon and 2 of them are with Sun and Mars. Now, out of all the events and transit for this week, let us look at the moon transit first. Why? Because moon represents our emotions and our feelings. So let's see how we are going to feel this week. Now, on June 15th, moon will be in Gemini. The moon will enter your 11th house and join Sun and Mercury, who Mercury is in its own sign. So the 11th house represents our gains, friends, network, elder sibling. So your network lights up. Friends, colleagues, and social circle also, they all feel warm. Conversation with elder sibling or close older friends bring real support. Income gain or a long pending wish may quietly move forward. So the tip is reach out, make that call, send that message, get busy, attend that event. These 2 days reward your social effort with real return. Now, next is on June 17th, Moon will enter Cancer. Moon moves into your 12th house and joins exalted Jupiter and Venus. Now, Moon in its her own sign here, which beautifully softens the 12th house energy. The 12th house is your house of rest, retreat, foreign matters, and inner life. You feel quieter, more inward, more reflective these 2 days. Sleep will deepen. Dreams may be vivid or unusually meaningful. Foreign matters, spirituality, or private time with a loved one will bloom. But do not push your visibility of public action midweek. This is a behind the scene kind of window. So rest, plan, pray, reconnect intimately. Wednesday and Thursday want your softness and not your performance. Now, on June 19th, Moon will enter your first house, your Lagna, and joins Ketu. Now, here is the important part, Leos. Rahu sits opposite in the 7th house, so the Moon is being squeezed in the Rahu Ketu axis right now, and your sense of self can feel off, restless, or strangely unsure for no clear reason. Sleep can turn lighter, and your mind chatters more than usual. So your identity, body, and relationship may feel scrambled. So do not trust how you feel about yourself this weekend. Do not make any decisions about who you are and what you want or related to your relationship this weekend. Just hold steady. Drink warm water or cool drinks. Sleep early. Avoid a big important conversation. By Monday, the squeeze releases. Now, the next important transit for you is when Sun, your ruler, enters Gemini. Now, Sun moves into your 11th house, which represents income, gains, desire, network, and fulfillment of long held goals or desire. Now, Sun rules your first house, your Lagna, making this deeply personal and powerful for you. Mercury is already there, if you can see on the screen. And when Sun joins Mercury, it is forming a beautiful Buddha-Aditya yoga. Sun as your Lagna Lord in 11th, your personal energy, identity, and drive aligns directly with the income and goal fulfillment. So expect a surge in earning, recognition from your network, and real feeling that what you had worked towards is finally within the reach. Now your network becomes genuinely useful. Sun in 11 illuminates friends, groups, professional, network, and community. So the right people show up at the right time. Reach out to your old contacts, attend those events, put yourself in front of influential circle. Your presence is carrying real authority right now. And remember that although this transit is beginning in this week, but Sun is going to remain in your 11th house for a month. So take notes that this theme is going to remain for a month. Now, Sun from 11th will aspect your 5th house of children, creativity, and investment, your intellect. So there is a direct boost from your Lagna Lord. Creative projects will gain momentum. Children will bring joy, and investment decisions carry the backing of your chart's most personal planet, your ruler. Now, Sun in 11th brings timely support and guidance from father figure, senior mentors, or your guru's authoritative figure in your network. So, a well timed word or introduction from someone senior can open doors that have been closed for a while. There's only one warning here. Sun in 11 can make you feel authoritative and central in the group situation because you will be. So, great until it tips into dominance. So, keep the tone collaborative with friends, elder sibling, and network, your mentors. Your light is bright enough, so no need to outshine everyone. Now, the next transit for this week is on June 20th when Mars will enter Taurus. Mars enters your 10th house, and 10th house represents our career, public image, authority, and reputation. Now, Mars is your Yoga Karka, the ruling your fourth and ninth house, the single most powerful planet for Leo ascendant, holding very important places, the fourth and ninth house. Now, first, what can happen here is career, ambition, and public image all fire up. So, Yoga Karka Mars in 10. One of the most powerful career transit is possible. The drive, the ambition, and the will to achieve all peaks together. Now, remember, Mars gets directional strength also in the 10th house. Push for that promotion, launch that project, go after that goal. Puja, the Mars, your Yoga Karka in 10th, is your green light to move boldly. Mars as fourth lord in the 10th house, that means property decision, home renovation, and matters related to mother becomes active and fast moving. So great for long pending property action, but avoid heated home arguments or impulsive real estate decisions made in a rush. Now Mars as the ninth lord of fortune in the 10th. This is a very beautiful combination, auspicious combination in astrology, ninth and 10th getting connected. Now your luck and career aligns beautifully. Dharmic, honest work gets rewarded directly. Doing the right things professionally brings the right results. So your fortune responds directly to your work ethic now. Now Mars aspects first, fourth, and fifth. So body, home, and creativity all get energized. So Mars from 10th will aspect your first house, giving you the physical energy. Fourth house activity, home and property. And fifth house firing up your creativity, intellect. And body feels strong, home matters move fast, and creative and investment decisions carry real momentum. But Sun is also aspecting your fifth house from the earlier transit that we saw when Sun is entering Gemini. So as we saw, now there it is double planetary fire on your fifth house, which means romance and children matter get highly energized. But watch aggression and ego clashes with your romantic partner and with your kids. One more warning here is watch your tone at work and with family members. Mars in 10 at peak power with strength can make you intense, demanding, and short tempered with colleagues and superiors. So, your drive is your strength, Leo, but how you carry it defines your reputation. So, keep energy focused and communication measured. This is a power packed transit for you, but comes with a caution. Now, let's look at the indicators. Person is medium, career and finance is very high, social is high, love is medium, health is medium. Now, Ketu sits permanently in your Lagna for some time now and until December, and Moon joins it over in the weekend. So, creating a Rahu Ketu axis on your body and mind. So, there's a remedy. Offer a glass of water to the rising sun on Sunday morning. This strengthens your Lagna Lord, Sun, and steadies the body energy. Cut screen time an hour before the bed, especially Friday to Sunday. Eat warm and simple home cooked meal and protect your sleep. And if you have any questions about your personal birth chart, reach out to me on the mobile number and email ID given on the below screen. Wishing all the Leos a very good week ahead. Welcome to all the Virgo rising. Virgo, there are 5 transits this week. 3 of them belongs to the moon and 2 of them are with Sun and Mars. Now, out of all the events and transits for this week, let's focus first on the moon's transit because moon represents our emotions and feelings, and let us see how we are going to feel this week. The moon enters your 10th house of career, joining Sun and Mercury. Now, Mercury is your Lagna Lord, sitting strong in its own sign. So, you will feel focused, ambitious, visible, and in full command of your work. Career suddenly takes a center stage in your mind. Then, what you can do these 2 days ago is career power window is on. So, schedule that important meeting, send that pitch, ask for the recognition you deserve, and take charge. With Mercury in his own sign in your 10th, everyone is listening to you. So, it's a busy 2 days. So, these are going to be busy 2 days. Now, on June 17th, Moon will enter Cancer. The moon moves into your 11th house and joins exalted Jupiter and Venus. Moon is very happy. Moon is in its own sign here, and which makes this the single sweetest pocket of your entire week. You will feel emotionally full, deeply supported by your network, abundant, and quietly lucky. So ask for what you want from your friends. your network, your elder sibling, a money conversation, a long pending wish, a gathering, everything is on the cards. Good vibes only. And Wednesday and Thursday are gold for you. So do not sit on the sidelines this week. Now on June 19, Moon will enter Leo. Moon enters the 12th house and joins Ketu while Rahu sits opposite in your 6th house. You will feel drained, foggy, withdrawn, and oddly disconnected from the things that usually energizes you. So the tip is do not push this weekend. Sleep more, eat lighter, retreat from the social demands. Foreign matters and spirituality are favored, but no big work or service decision until Monday. Now the next transit, important transit is happening on June 15th when Sun will enter Gemini. Now although this is happening on in this week Virgo, but Sun is going to remain in Gemini for a month. Take note that these things will remain for a month for you. Sun moves into your 10th house. Sun gets directional force in the 10th house, which 10th house represents our career, public image, authority, and reputation. Sun rules your 12th house of foreign land and expenses. Sun gets Digbali, as I said, in the 10th as per Kalpurish Kundli. And Mercury is already in the 10th house. Now, this is creating a very beautiful Buddhaditya yoga. So, on professional front, there is a confidence, authority, and visibility in the workplace. This will generally rise. Push forward at work, take that lead on projects. Your effort get noticed and recognized in this period for this month, for next 30 days. Now, Sun as 12th Lord in 10th also means career growth comes through foreign clients, international projects, or overseas connections. So, if a foreign or a remote work opportunity arrives, pay close attention. It carries more professional potential than it appears first. Now, Sun in the 10th aspect your 4th house directly. The 4th house is our home, property, and mother. So, domestic matters also get lit up and fast moving. Sun in 10 can bring timely support from father figure bosses and senior authority in your professional life. So, a recommendation, a push from a superior or senior, or recognition from authority can open significant door in this period. Now, 12th Lord in 10th also means career related expenditure can rise. What I mean is money towards your work, wardrobe, appearance, professional tools, or office upgrades, a new laptop, a new phone, or a new office desk, everything is on the card. So, if you spend with intention, then investment in your professional image will return the value. Impulsive, ego-driven spending will drain you, so be careful. Now, the next transit, very important when Mars will enter Taurus. Now, this will also stay for a few days. It's beginning in this week. Now, Mars enters your ninth house. Ninth house represents our fortune, our dharma, higher wisdom, long distance travel, and our father. Now, Mars rules your third house of efforts and eighth house of transformation. So, fortune responds directly to your efforts. This is good. Mars is your third lord, and getting into the ninth house, your luck responds directly and immediately to your initiatives and courage because third house is our own initiatives. So, the harder and smarter you work this period, the luckier you get. Bhagya wakes up only when you take the first step. Now, short and long, both distance travel and foreign opportunity, everything opens up. Mars in the ninth activates long distance travel and foreign opportunity. Third house represents short distance, so I'm adding that as well. Uh, Foreign opportunity, especially those requiring courage to pursue. A travel opportunity, foreign collaboration, or higher education, if the decisions were pending. Now, Mars gives you that force or drive and fortune to go after it. Now, Mars from 9 will aspect your 12th house, 3rd house, and 4th house. 12th house represents foreign and expenses. So, when Mars aspects 12th house, you may have to consciously watch your sleep cycle and impulsive spending. Mars will aspect 3rd house of efforts. Now, this is good. It gives more fuel and energy to your courage and initiative. Mars aspecting 4th house. Now, which is your home and property. Sun was already aspecting your 4th house from the previous transit. So now there are two fiery planets are aspecting your domestic life. Mars is also joining now. Means home and property matters surge forward, but watch aggression with family and especially with your mother. Handle domestic conversations with care. Mars as 8th Lord in the ninth house means it gives courage to hidden truths and handle sudden unexpected changes will come very naturally to you. old insurance matters, joint finances, or hidden family issues that needed courage. This is your window to handle with confidently. Only one warning I want to give you here is watch aggression in the matter of faith and with your father. Now, Mars in ninth can make you forceful and aggressive about your beliefs, especially with your father, mentor, or guru figure. So, keep conversation around faith and higher wisdom open and respectful. Your conviction is strength, but imposing it on others can create friction. Now, let's also look at your weekly indicator. Personal is high, career is high, social is high, love is high. Venus and Jupiter in your 11th, aspecting 5th, romance and love comes through your network and friends. Career or finance, your own Lagna Lord Mercury is in its own sign in the 10th house of career. This is excellent for your career. Health is medium. One quick remedy for your Virgo is eat light, simple home cooked food, despite you will have the temptations, and protect your sleep, especially from Friday to Sunday, by cutting screens 1 hour before the bedtime. And if you have any questions about your personal birth chart, reach out to me on the mobile number and email ID given below on the screen. Wishing all the Virgos a very good week ahead. Welcome to all the Libra rising. Libra, we have 5 transits this week. 3 of them belongs to the moon and 2 of them are with Sun and Mars. Now, out of all these events and transit this week, let's look at the moon transit first. Why? Because moon represent our mind, our emotions. So let's see how you're going to feel this week. Now, on June 15th, moon will be in Gemini. The moon enters your ninth house of fortune, father, and higher wisdom, joining Sun and Mercury. Now, Mercury is sitting in its own sign, very strong here. So, you will feel emotionally connected to the bigger question of your life, to your father, to your teacher, or to a long pending plan to travel or to learn. Now, the tip is these 2 days are beautiful for connecting with your mentor, your father, or anyone who guides you. So there are good vibes only. Read, study, plan a trip, sit with the bigger picture. And with Mercury in its own sign, learning lands deep right now. Now the next transit for Moon is Moon will be in Cancer on June 17th. Moon moves into the 10th house, which is the house of your career and reputation, and joins exalted Jupiter and Venus, your own Lagna Lord, the Moon in its own sign. And this is creating a very beautiful Hamsa Yoga, Mahapurush Yoga in the career house. So you will feel powerful, magnetic, quietly accomplished, like the world is finally seeing you clearly. The tip is this is a peak career window for this entire week, possibly for this entire month. So schedule the important meeting, get busy, do the public appearance, the presentation, the launch. Wednesday and Thursday are unrepeatable for you. Now on June 19 to 21st, the moon will enter your 11th house and joins Ketu. Now, while Rahu sits opposite in your 5th house, you will feel drained around friends and money, oddly disconnected from romance or creative work, and the mind may simply refuse to settle. So, do not make big financial decisions or romantic announcements this weekend. Avoid arguments with friends or network. Hold steady, rest, and these two intense 2 days will pass by Monday. Now, the next important transit happening this week is when Sun enters Gemini. Now, while this transit is happening this week, but Sun will stay in Gemini for a month. So, take notes that these themes that I'm talking about will remain for a month. Now, Sun moves into your ninth house. It's a good placement for Sun. It's a Bhagyastan, the house of fortune, dharma, higher wisdom, and father. Sun rules your 11th house of income and gains. Mercury is already there, and now Sun is joining, forming a very beautiful Buddhaditya Yoga. Very auspicious. Now, beautiful connection of ninth and 11th as well. Fortune and income aligns beautifully. Sun as 11th in ninth, so Bhagya and Labha are connecting directly. Luck and income are getting activated simultaneously. So, a meaningful financial opportunity, lucky breaks, or fortune introductions through your father or mentor is on the cards. Sun in 9 supports foreign travel, higher education, philosophical pursuits, Videsh Yatra and Vidya Siddhi, both are getting activated. A long distance trip, international opportunity, or pending courses, study. This is all genuinely supported window to pursue it. Good for the students. Now, Sun from the 9th will aspect the third house of efforts and communication. So, your voice carries extra authority and initiatives carry the backing from Fortune House. Now, Sun in Bhagyasthana brings timely blessings from Father, Guru, Senior Mentor, Pitru Ashirvad. Blessings from ancestors also flows naturally. So a well-timed conversation, blessings or introduction from someone senior can shift something significant for you. So it's a good transit. It's a good transit for your father's health as well. A sun in ninth, finest placement for the dharmic action. So prayers and spiritual practice. Whatever you do with genuine faith carries extraordinary power. A simple daily practice of mantra or meditation will anchor and amplify everything Jupiter is delivering this month. Now, the next important transit is happening on June 20th when Mars will enter Taurus. Now, this is starting in this week, but Mars will also stay in Taurus for a few weeks. Now, Mars enters your eighth house. Eighth house is the place for transformation, hidden wealth, sudden changes, and joint finances. Mars rules your second house of wealth and seventh house of partnership. Now, this is a double marak, so handle with awareness. Watch physical health, avoid reckless risk, and handle marriage and partnership with extra care. The Dampatya Sukha, the marriage, happiness in marriage needs conscious protection. So avoid getting into heated arguments with, especially with in-laws and even with family members. Now, Mars in 8th activates Gupta Dhan, that is hidden assets, insurance settlement, joint finances, and inherited wealth all comes into the focus. All financial matters, tax issues, loans, shared assets, this is your window to handle them decisively and clear the slate. The Mars in 8th gives extraordinary research ability and courage to dig deep into hidden truths. Work involving research, investigation, healing, or transformative fields get a powerful surge of energy, and results are very good in this period. Now, Mars from 8th will aspect your 11th house, second house, and third house. House of income, wealth, and efforts all gets fired. Now, income gets push, family finances energizes. Daily efforts carry sharp and decisive energy and drive financial goals forward boldly. Now, Mars along with Sun, both aspecting third house. Now, this is a double planetary fire, means efforts surge powerfully, but at the same time, watch aggression in communication and with your siblings. If you remember, when we spoke about Sun transit, Sun was also aspecting your third house, and now Mars is also joining to aspect your third house. So there is double fire aspect. Now, Mars from second aspecting second house can make family financial decisions heated and aggressive. So slow down before you speak, especially in money matters and in the relationship. Now, let's also look at the weekly indicators. Person is high, career is high, social is medium, love is medium, health is medium. Now, Mars in your eighth house this week needs real care. Accidents, sharp objects, sudden physical issues are possible. So there is a remedy. Light a ghee diya or a white candle on a Friday evening to honor your Lagna Lord Venus. Chant Om Shukraya Namaha softly few times. Avoid spicy or aggressive food which doesn't suit your gut, and stay extra careful with sharp objects and risky activities throughout the weekend. And if you have any questions about your personal birth chart, reach out to me on the mobile number or email ID given on the screen. Wishing all the Librans a very good week ahead. Welcome to all the Scorpio rising. Scorpio, there are 5 transits this week. 3 of them belongs to the moon and other 2 are with Sun and Mars. Now, out of all the events in transit for this week, let us look at the moon transit first. Why? Because moon represents our mind and emotions. So let's see how you are going to feel this week first. Now, on June 15th, moon will be in Gemini. The moon enters your 8th house and joins Sun and Mercury in its own sign. You will feel introspective, drawn to mystery, emotionally intense, and pulled toward what is hidden or unspoken. So, the Diva tip is dive into research, occult, or your own inner work these 2 days. Avoid surface level conversations, they will not satisfy you right now. Now on June 17, Moon enters ninth house and joins exalted Jupiter and Venus. The Moon in our own sign here, and this is the sweetest pocket of your entire week. You feel emotionally connected to the bigger picture. Your father, your guru, your dharma, a long pending journey. Everything is on your mind. Make the pilgrimage decision if you want to make now. Call your father, sit with your teacher or a guru, plan that meaningful trip. Wednesday and Thursday are gold for you. Good vibes only. Now on June 21st, Moon will enter Leo. The Moon enters your 10th house and joins Ketu. While Rahu sits opposite in the 4th house, now it's a shadow falling onto your career and home axis, the 4th and the 10th. You will feel drained at work, restless about your professional direction, and quietly pulled between home and career. So the tip is no big decisions this weekend. Rest and hold steady. Let the eclipse axis pass. Now, the next important transit this week is on 15th of June when Sun will enter Gemini. Now, although this transit will initiate in this week, but Sun will stay in Gemini for a month. So, take notes that this theme is going to remain for a month. Now, Sun moves into your eighth house, the house of transformation, hidden wealth, and sudden changes, even joint finances and our research. Now, Sun rules your 10th house of career and public image. What does it mean for you is career growth happens behind the scene. Sun as the 10th lord in the 8th. So, career progress this period happens through research, through hidden efforts, behind closed doors, and transformative work rather than public visibility. Stay focused on deeper investigation and building quietly. That gets built behind the scene for now and then surfaces powerfully in your career later. Now, hidden wealth and joint finances comes into focus. Sun in 8 will illuminate hidden assets, joint finances, and insurance matter, inherited wealth as well. There's a Gupta Dhana movement, old financial matters, tax settlements, or shared money along with your spouse or with your partner. All these issues that needed clarity, Sun's direct gaze here will bring them to the surface for resolution. Now, energize Sun from the 8th will aspect your second house of family and wealth and speech. So, family financial matters get lit up and fast moving. Now, Sun in 8th gives extraordinary focus, where in investigative power and the courage to face deep hidden truths about yourself and your life. This is a powerful period for personal transformation, deep healing, and any research or occult based work. Embrace the depth rather than resisting it. Sun in 8th can make you intensely private and secretive, so stay open to the transformation rather than controlling outcomes. 8th house rewards surrender and courage and not ego and resistance. Now, one warning here is if you're married, be careful with your tone, especially with your in laws, as 8th house represents our in laws as well. Now, the next transit important is when Mars is entering Taurus on June 20th. Mars enters your seventh house. Seventh houses are about our marriage, spouse, partnership, business dealings, and public relations. Mars rules your first house, your Lagna Lord, and your sixth house of our enemies and health, making it in your chart's most energetic and action oriented planet. Now, Mars is your Lagna Lord in seventh, means your personal energy, your drive, and assertiveness pours directly into the house of partnership and business dealing. Push forward on joint ventures, business negotiation, and formal agreements. Puja, Mars in Kalatrasthana gives you the courage and decisive energy to close deals boldly. Now, Mars as sixth lord in seventh means daily health, workplace competition, and enemy related matters gets activated through your partnership or public dealing. Competitors and rivals who operate through your public or business sphere gets neutralized. Shatru Nasha is supported, especially through bold direct actions, but watch health for your spouse. Now, Mars has three aspects. Mars from 7th will aspect your 10th house, giving you the boost, first house, giving you the physical energy, and second house of family and wealth. So, there is Karma Shuddhi, Deha Shakti, and Dhana Vriddhi. All gets activated. So, good health, gains, success in work, everything is on the cards. Now, along with Mars, Sun was already aspecting your second house from the previous transit. Sun was aspecting Gemini. Now Mars also is aspecting Gemini. So there is double planetary fire, means family, finances, and speech are highly energized. But watch the aggression and heated arguments or words with family members. Avoid eating spicy food and spicy arguments as well. Now, Mars from the house of marriage, as your Lagna Lord, brings passion and intensity into marriage and close relationships. So, it is beautiful when channelized well and explosive when not. So, watch your tone with your spouse, avoid power struggle, and let passion express itself through warmth rather than aggression. Dampatya Sukha needs your conscious protection now. Let's look at your weekly indicators. Personal is high, career, finance medium, social is medium, love is high. Venus, your seventh lord, glows in the ninth with exalted Jupiter. Depth driven connection is supported this week, especially through travel or learning. Health is medium, so one quick remedy: recite the Hanuman Chalisa on Tuesday or Saturday to honor your Lagna Lord Mars. Avoid sharp objects and risky activities midweek, and protect your sleep Friday through Sunday. And if you have any questions about your personal birth chart, reach out to me on the mobile number and email ID given below on the screen. Wishing all the Scorpions a very good week ahead. Welcome to all the Sagittarius rising. Sagittarius, we have 5 transits this week. 3 of them belongs to the moon and other 2 are with sun and Mars. Now, out of all these events and transit for this week, let us look at the moon's transit first. Why? Because moon represent our mind and emotion. And let's see how you are going to feel this week. Now on June 15, moon will be in Gemini. The moon enters your 7th house and joins sun and Mercury. Mercury in its own sign. You will feel focused on your partner, on important deals, on public dealings. Every key relationship is on your mind. It's a busy 2 days. Have the conversation with your spouse you have been putting off. Sign that deal, take that meeting. Mercury in its own sign means your word lands beautifully. Now on June 17, moon will be in Cancer. The moon enters your 8th house and joins exalted Jupiter, your Lagna Lord and Venus. Now moon in its own sign here, which beautifully softens the 8th house. You will feel deep, introspective, transformative, and quietly powerful. So the tip is research, get into the hidden knowledge. Joint financial matters also are on the cards. You can resolve them. Occult work you can do. Intimacy with a loved one are all on the cards and favored. So do not avoid going inward. Now the next is when moon is entering Leo. The moon enters in your 9th house and joins Ketu, while Rahu sits opposite in the 3rd house. Now this is a Grahan Yoga on your Dharma and communication axis. You will feel drained around your father, your teacher, your mentor, or your sense of purpose in life. The mind feels foggy about what you truly believe. So the tip is avoid big decisions about religion, mentorship, about your father, long travel this weekend. Wait until Monday. Now the next transit is important one, that is on June 15 when Sun will enter Gemini. Now while this transit will initiate in this week, Sun will remain in Gemini for next 30 days. So if you are making notes, please remember whatever I am telling you right now is the theme for the entire month. Now Sun moves into your 7th house, house of partnership, marriage, business dealing and public image. Sun rules your 9th house, your Bhagyasthana, the house of fortune and dharma. Now the 9th lord in the 7th house. So luck and fortune flows directly through partnership, public dealing, and your one-on-one relationship. A fortunate business deal, a meaningful partnership, or spouse-related opportunity, Sandhi Siddhi, supports you, and there is Pitru Ashirvad. Blessings from the ancestors also arrive through any public sphere. Now, Sun in 7 illuminates public image, bringing authority and confidence to all one-on-one dealings. Clients, partners, and public responds very warmly. Father figures and authority figures play a direct role in supporting partnership and business dealing. Sun from 7th will aspect your Lagna directly. It illuminates the 1st house as well. So, personal confidence, vitality, sense of self will get a direct boost from your 9th Lord of Luck. Now, Sun in the marriage house can bring ego, dominance, and desire to be right into the closest relationship. So, keep tone warm and collaborative. Dampitya Sukha, happiness in marriage, needs conscious protection where Sun activates the 7th house. Now, Sun in your marriage house means your spouse gets into the leadership role or shines brightly or become more dominant and authoritative. Now, your father may also play a role in marriage matters, but as Sun is your 9th lord of Bhagyasthan and Dharma, any interference tends towards a positive and supportive outcome rather than a conflict. Now, the next transit is on June 20th when Mars enters Taurus. Now, Mars enters your 6th house, your Shatru Sthana, the house of enemy, competition, health, daily work, and service. Mars rules your 5th house of children and 12th house of foreign expenses. Now, Mars in Shatrusthana, house of enemies, is at its most natural and powerful. Why? Because Mars is a warrior, so this Shatru Nasha destruction or destruction of enemies activates directly. Any workplace rivalry, legal opposition, or competition, Mars gives decisive courage to you and stamina to handle it head on and win. Now, Mars in 6th activates Deha Shakti, physical energy as well. Fitness drive and daily discipline surge powerfully. Excellent window to start a fitness regime, and good health is supported through active disciplined effort. Now, Mars from 6th will aspect your 9th house, 12th house, and 1st house. So, fortune, foreign, and personality, everything gets activated. That is luck gains from foreign and good health. One important point is that Sun was already aspecting your Lagna from the earlier transit, and now Mars is also joining and aspecting your Lagna. So, there is double planetary fire, means personality peaks extraordinary, but watch your ego and aggression with everyone. Now, Mars is fifth lord in sixth. So, children matter need careful handling. Avoid fiery exchanges with your kids or with your romantic partner. Creative projects may face resistance. Treat them as challenges. Mars rewards those who push through. Mars as 12th lord in sixth means expenditure can rise towards what? Towards health and competitive pursuits. So, invest in physical well being consciously. An investment in self is not expenditure and returns genuine long term value beyond this transit. Now let's look at your weekly indicators. Now, personal is medium, career and finance is very high, social is medium, love is high, and health is medium. So, one remedy is wear yellow on Thursday, chant Om Gurve Namah softly to honor your Lagna Lord Jupiter. Eat carefully midweek and protect your sleep Friday till Sunday. And if you have any questions about your personal birth chart, reach out to me on the mobile number and email ID given below on the screen. Wishing all the Sagittarius a very good week ahead. Welcome to all the Capricorn rising. Capricorn, we have 5 transits this week. 3 of them belongs to the moon and other 2 are with Sun and Mars. Now, out of all these events and transit this week, let us look at the moon first. Why? Because moon represents our emotions and feelings. So let's look at how do you feel this week first. Now on June 15th, moon will be in Gemini. The moon enters your 6th house and joins Sun and Mercury. Mercury in its own sign. Now you will feel focused on work, daily tasks, obstacles and small health or service matter. So the tip is tackle the to-do list, settle pending issues, get busy, sort out overdue paperwork. And Mercury in its own sign is your in your service house means everything moves efficiently. Now on June 17, moon will enter Cancer. Moon enters your 7th house and joins exalted Jupiter and Venus. So it's your Yoga Karka, your Raj Yoga Karka, the single most powerful planet of your chart. The moon is in its own sign here, and the classic calls this Hamsa Yoga in your house of marriage and partnership. You will feel deeply connected to your partner, magnetic, supportive, and quietly accomplished. So the tip is this is the peak partnership window for this month. Schedule the marriage talk, very important. The business handshake, the public appearance with your partner, everything will fall in its place. And Wednesday and Thursday are unrepeatable, so make use of it. And there are good vibes only. Now on June 19, moon will enter Leo. The moon enters your 8th house and joins Ketu. Now, while Rahu sits opposite in the second house, you will feel anxious about finances, in-laws, sudden changes that the mind cannot yet make sense. So the tip is no financial decisions this weekend. Be careful with your in-laws. Watch your sudden small health or money matters and just observe them. Do not react. Now, the next important transit this week happening is when Sun is entering Gemini. Now, although this transit is getting initiated in this week, but Sun will remain in Gemini for next 30 days. So, if you're making notes, remember that these themes will be there for the entire month. Now, Sun moves into your 6th house, house of enemies and competition, Shatrusthan, our health, our daily work, and our service. Now, Sun rules your 8th house of transformation and hidden matters, bringing investigative power and transformative energy into your daily work life. This is a kind of Viprit Raj Yoga. So, enemies, competition, workplace challenges gets handled by Sun, the 8th Lord. Any difficult colleague you have, or any legal matter, any competitive situation that has been draining you, now, Sun investigative fire here burns through it quietly and decisively. There is a Shatrunasha supported. Destruction of enemy happens now. Now, health and daily discipline and hidden strength surfaces. Why? Because Sun in 6 gives physical strength, daily discipline, and the stamina to push through chronic health issues or demanding work schedules. So, Deha Shakti rises. So start that fitness routine addressing that lingering health matter or simply channel the extra physical energy into productive disciplined daily actions. Roganasha is also supported very actively here. Now, Sun from the 6th will aspect your 12th house. That means foreign, spiritual, hidden matters all will get the light, gets illuminated. The 12th house is also foreign land, expenses, and spirituality. So, hidden matters and foreign connection gets lit up and fast moving. As 8th Lord in 6th, hidden workplace dynamics, secretive rivalries, and behind the scene politics all gets illuminated and brought into the open during this period. So use this uh, transit, the clarity wisely, address what needs addressing, and stay ethically grounded and let the truth do its work rather than you forcing any confrontation. Watch ego in daily work and health matters. Sun in 6 can make you intensely competitive, critical, or demanding in your daily work environment. Great for results, but hard on relationships. So keep your tone collaborative, especially with colleagues and subordinates. Your competitive edge is your strength this month, but how you wield it defines your workplace reputation going forward. Now, the next important transit is happening on June 20th when Mars will enter Taurus. Now, Mars will also remain in Taurus for a few weeks. It is initiating this week. Now, Mars enters your fifth house. Fifth house represents our children, our creativity, our intellect, our romance, our speculative games, our mantra sadhana, mantra siddhi, our past life merits. It's a very important house. Now, Mars rules your fourth house of home and 11th house of income and gains, making it a powerful yoga karka for Capricorn ascendant. So, creative energy, intellectual sharpness, and investment drive all peak simultaneously for you. Push forward on creative projects, make those investment decisions you have been sitting on, and trust your instincts. The past life merit Purva Punya is getting activated, means effort in this house carry past life merit and support. The financial gains and domestic stability both actively support your creativity and intellectual pursuits. So, a home based creative project and investment from home saving or a creative idea that generates income, Dhanavriddhi and Griha Sukha both are channeling through your fifth house. All are on the cards and all are favored. Now, Mars from fifth will aspect your eighth house of hidden wealth, 11th house of income, and 12th house of foreign land. So Guptadhan, Sarvalabh, and Videsh Labh all are activated simultaneously. That is, hidden financial matters, surface income gets decisive push, and foreign opportunities connected to your creativity, creative pursuits, or investments. Everything, investment work will all open up. Now, act boldly when these arrive. Mars in the fifth brings fierce protective energy around children. Wonderful for pushing their education, activities, and opportunity forward decisively. But watch aggressive or heated exchanges with your kids and also your romantic partner. Mars here can make you demanding and intense with the people you love more. So soften the delivery. Now let's look at the weekly indicator for you, Capricorn. Personal is high, career is high, social is high, love is high, everything is high, health is medium. Recite Hanuman Chalisa on Saturday to honor your Lagna Lord Saturn. Avoid heavy or risky food this weekend. Sleep early Friday to Sunday and let Monday be when you return to full speed. And if you have any questions about your personal birth chart, reach out to me on the mobile number and email ID given on the screen. Wishing all the Capricorns a very good week ahead. Welcome to all the Aquarius rising. Aquarius, we have 5 transits this week. 3 of them belongs to the moon and 2 of them are with Sun and Mars. Out of all the events and transit for this week, let us look at the moon transit first. Why? Because moon is how we feel our emotions. So let's see how you're going to feel this week first. On June 15, moon will be in Gemini. The moon enters your fifth house and joins Sun and Mercury. Now, Mercury in its own sign, sitting very nicely. You will feel creative, romantic, intellectually sharp, and playful. Children, art, ideas, and love are all around your mind. So the tip is write, create, romance, play with kids, work on the ideas you have been incubating. Mercury in its own sign means your thinking is at its peak. Now on June 17th, moon will be in Cancer. The moon enters your sixth house and joins exalted Jupiter and Venus, your Yoga Karka. Moon is in her own sign here, and this is generally powerful for you. You will feel efficient, victorious, capable, and protected against any obstacle. So the tip is tackle obstacles, win in negotiations, settle disputes, complete pending service work. The classic says Yoga Karka with Jupiter in the sixth means you win through the service this week. So use it. Now on June 19th, Moon will be in Leo. The Moon enters your seventh house and joins Ketu, while Rahu sits in your first house. Now this is a 1-7 axis. You will feel strange in yourself and oddly distant from your partner. The relationship may feel cold without any reason. So the tip is no major relationship talks this weekend. Avoid fights with your spouse and let this axis eclipse pass quietly. Now the next important transit happening this week is when Sun will enter Gemini on 15th of June. Now although this transit is beginning in this week, but Sun will remain in Gemini for a month. Now, if you're taking notes on this, just remember that this theme will carry on for next 30 days. Now, Sun moves into your fifth house, house of children, creativity, intellect, romance, investments, and past life merit. Sun rules your important house, seventh house of partnership and marriage, bringing relationship energy and personal authority into your creative and intellectual sphere. This is good. Sun as your seventh lord in fifth house means your creative confidence, intellectual sharpness, and investment instincts all get a direct boost from your partnership lord. This is wonderful period to launch a creative project, make an investment decision you have been sitting on, or simply channel your intelligence into something that genuinely excites you. Purva Punya past life merits is getting activated and supporting you here. Now, Sun as seventh lord sitting in fifth. Your romantic life and close partnerships carry a warm, confident, and almost luminous energy this period. Your partner may step into more confidence or into maybe a leadership role. Romance feels more alive and meaningful, and a new romantic connection carry a genuine depth and quality that feels different from the ordinary. Sun from the fifth aspects your 11th house of income gains and social networks. So Labsthana is getting direct boost from your seventh lord. Now this is a good transit for you. Let's move to the next one. The next one is on June 20th when Mars will enter Taurus. Mars enters your fourth house, your Sukhasthana, home, property, mother, emotional security, and domestic life. Now Mars rules your third house of efforts and 10th house of career, making it a very powerful Yoga Karaka, beneficial planet for Aquarius ascendant. Now, your professional ambition and domestic drive both activate simultaneously. So, push forward on property decisions, home based projects, and career goals that have a domestic or foundational angle. Mars, yes, Yoga Karka in fourth rewards those who act boldly on their home and career foundation right now. Working from home is also good and productive. Now, Mars brings fast moving, decisive energy to any pending property decision, home renovation, real estate investment, Bhumi Adi Labha, gain from land and property. Vahan Sukha, Vahan Labha is also there. Comfort with the new vehicle are also very strongly supported. If there is a property decision waiting to be made, this is your window, so you can act on it. Mars from fourth will aspect your seventh house of partnership, 10th house of career, and 11th house of income. Sandhi Siddhi, success and harmony in partnership. Karma Siddhi, achievement in your career. And Dhana Siddhi, Dhana Vriddhi, growth in the wealth. All is getting activated. Sun is also expecting your 11th house from Gemini as we saw in the previous transit. So there are double planetary fire, means income surge powerfully, but watch aggression and heated arguments, especially with friends, elder sibling, and business partner during this period, even with your spouse. I think with everybody, watch that tone. Now, mother and home life needs gentle handling as your home environment becomes more energized, active, and at times heated during this period. Uh, Avoid aggressive arguments and avoid actually all the important decisions on domestic front this week or handle it with patience. Now let's look at your weekly indicator. Personal is medium, career is high, social is medium, love is medium, health is medium. One remedy for health is recite the Hanuman Chalisa on Saturday to honor Saturn, your Lagna Lord. Wear blue or grey. Drink warm or cool water throughout the day and protect your sleep over the weekend. Now, why I'm saying cool is because India we have summers and here in Australia there are winters. So I can drink warm water, you can drink cool water. And if you have any questions about your personal birth chart, reach out to me on the mobile number or email ID given below on the screen. Wishing all the Aquarius all the best. Welcome to all the Pisces rising. Pisces, we have five transits this week. Three of them belongs to the moon and other two are with Sun and Mars. Now, out of all these events and transit for this week, let us look at the moon. Why? Because moon represents our emotions and feelings. So let's see how we are going to feel this week first. On June 15th, moon will be in Gemini. The moon enters your fourth house and joins Sun and Mercury in its own sign. You will feel emotionally drawn home, comfort seeking, and pulled towards your mother and family. So, the tip is spend these 2 days at home with your mother or family members in your own space. Sort domestic conversation, vehicle or property matters will also be favored. So this is a good vibe only 2 days. Now on June 17, moon will be in Cancer. The moon enters your fifth house and joins exalted Jupiter, your Lagna Lord and Venus. The moon in its own sign here. Moon is very happy. Now this is the peak of your entire week. Your own Lagna Lord in its highest strength in a trine joined by Venus and Jupiter. You feel creative, joyful, romantic, magnetic, and quietly luminous. So, the tip is that this is your moment. Create, present, romance, be with your kids, put yourself out there. Wednesday and Thursday are rare and unrepeatable for you. Now, 19th, moon will enter Leo. The moon enters your 6th house and joins Ketu. Now, while Rahu sits in the opposite in the 12th house, this is creating a Grahan Yoga on your health and expenditure axis. So you will feel drained, stressed at work, and possibly some health discomfort can surface. Sleep can turn restless. So the tip is rest, do not push at work, watch your physical health, eat light, let this axis pass, and Monday you are all set and ready. Now, the next transit is on June 15th when Sun will enter Gemini. Now, while this transit is happening in this week, Pisces, but Sun will remain in Gemini for a month, for 30 days. So, if you're making or taking notes, remember that this theme, that whatever I'm saying, will be there for next 30 days. Now, Sun moves into your fourth house, Sukhasthana, home, property, mother, emotional security, and comfort. Sun rules your sixth house of enemies and health, daily challenges. Now, bringing competitive energy into your domestic sphere. So, home, property, and domestic life gets illuminated. Sun as the sixth lord in Sukhasthana turns domestic challenges, property hurdles, and household friction into opportunities rather than obstacles. Yes, it's good news. Property matters that have been stuck will start moving. You may find yourself actively servicing your home environment, fixing, cleaning, resolving long-standing maintenance issues that were previously neglected. Now, as a sixth lord of illness and service enters fourth house, mother, you may become more concerned with or get involved into her daily routine or her well-being, which is good. Now, you might feel an urge to bring work tasks home or transfer your living space into a more effective, productive area, blurring the lines between rest and service. Now, you may find yourself engaged in many problem solving discussions with family members, helping to resolve minor grievance or misunderstanding. This is a good one. Now, Sun from the fourth will aspect your 10th house of career, and career will get a direct boost. Sun from fourth will aspect Karmasthana. So, from the sixth lord, bringing competitive drive, investigative clarity, and decisive action into your professional life as well. This will boost your career. Only one thing is watch ego at home, especially with mother. Sun in fourth brings desire to dominate domestic decisions and be right in the household matter. Keep your tone gentle and collaborative because Pisces, I don't think you are a sign which will dominate at home or otherwise. So maintain the domestic peace in your emotional foundation. This one, protect it consciously. I know all Pisces are sweethearts. Now let's talk about the next transit. Mars will enter your third house. The next transit is on June 20th. Mars will enter Taurus. Third house represents our courage, our communication, our short trips, our younger siblings, and daily initiatives. Now, Mars rules your second house of wealth and ninth house of fortune. Very good. Bringing financial drive and fortune, activating energy into the house of courage and effort. So, courage, initiatives, and daily effort surges powerfully. Mars in Parakram Sthana in the house of courage. This is Mars' favorite natural and expressive position because Mars is a warrior. He likes the place where it's all efforts and courage. So the rise of your courage and initiative activates directly. Whatever you have been hesitating to start, to say, or to pursue, Mars here gives you the fire, the boldness, and the decisive energy to go after it. Your spoken word gets a sharp and martial edge. Your voice carries authority and conviction now. Now, Mars is the second Lord of Wealth and ninth Lord of Fortune into third means Dhana Vriddhi or growth of wealth and Bhagya Vriddhi rise in fortune both responds directly to your initiatives and courageous daily action. This is good. Now Mars from third will aspect your sixth house, ninth house, 10th house. So there is a Shatru Nasha, win over enemies, litigation, health issues, work colleagues all getting Mars decisive fire. Now the thing is Sun is also aspecting your 10th house from the previous transit that we spoke. Sun was also aspecting your career house, and now Mars is also joining and aspecting. So there are double planetary fire signs are watching your career means there is a professional momentum career or it gets a boost and the ambition can surge to an extraordinary peak. But watch the aggression with superiors and colleagues in your professional dealings. Otherwise, it is all good. Siblings and close circle becomes actively supportive. Reach out to siblings, collaborate with your close circle, and stay open to short trips or local opportunities. Yatra Siddhi, fruitful short journeys, or even long journeys, is strongly supported during this period. Now, warning I've already shared with you that watch your aggression communication with everyone and also avoid using spicy food and spicy speech both. Although I don't believe Pisces do any spicy speech. Now let's look at the indicators. Person is high. Your own Lagna Lord exalted in trine, joined by Venus and the Moon in this week, the most luminous window of this month. Career is high, social is high, love is high, health is medium. Now wear yellow on Thursday and chant Om Gurve Namah softly to strengthen your Lagna Lord Jupiter. Eat light food this weekend, avoid late nights Friday to Sunday, and let your body rest. And if you have any questions about your personal birth chart, reach out to me on the mobile number and email ID given below on the screen. Wishing all the Pisces a very good luck. And that is the wrap for this week update. Take what resonates, leave what does not. And as we always say, astrology is not about prediction, it is about preparation. Wishing you a week of clear thinking, warm conversation, real progress on your goals, and a soft landing into the weekend. Until next week, stay grounded, take care of yourself, and keep looking up. Jai Hari Vithala.